Everybody know who Big Floyd is now. Everybody.
George made the world stop and look at itself.
A court TV special.
3 police officers are holding Floyd down.
The cause of death is asphyxia due to compression.
The 8 minutes and 46 seconds that shocked the world.
I can't breathe, man.
He was alive until that knee was on his neck.
That is murder.
Derek Chauvin has been charged with murder and with manslaughter.
Trying this case will not be an easy thing.
My client wanted to roll him over to see what was going on.
Check his pulse.
He couldn't breathe.
Court TV will continue to cover each and every development in this case like no other network.
January 17th, a Court TV special, Sunday night. It really will get you up to speed in everything in the George Floyd case. Also take you behind the scenes, talk to people to get a further understanding of this case. As we get ready for the trial, that is just 2 months away. 2 months from today, March 8th, the trial starts. Cameras inside the courtroom, folks. So today on Facebook, I posted a question involving a couple issues here, which is about the evidence in the case. Which do you find more compelling? Which is going to be more important at the trial? Is it the video that we have seen, whether it's the body cam videos and the cell phone video from the citizens that were there? Is that going to be the most important evidence? Or is it going to be the cause of death as determined by the medical examiner? Let me remind you of what that is, okay? Cardiopulmonary arrest, complicating law enforcement subdual, restraint, and neck compression. This is from the Hennepin County Medical Examiner's Office. And that is basically saying heart failure, okay? There was one examiner who said it was, he couldn't breathe. But that was someone hired by the family. The medical examiner for the county basically said heart failure with, subdual and restraint and neck compression, but basically heart failure. So which is going to be more important at trial? We begin with our 13th juror comment of the day from Denise, who said, "For myself, the video. Although Mr. Floyd's autopsy showed he had drugs in his system that could have caused him to have a heart attack, the officer with his knee on Floyd's neck didn't know that. He looked like he was enjoying kneeing the guy in the neck, and once he started crying out, he couldn't breathe. The cop should have at least let him change position." Neama Rahmani, as we get ready for this huge trial 2 months from today, which evidence do you think is going to be more important, the video or the expert, the medical examiner, talking about the cause of death?
No question the video in this case. You and I know that both sides are going to bring in their experts, and you can find an expert to say anything in any type of case. They're going to get up there. Half the time they're going to talk about their CV. The rest of the time some medical mumbo jumbo. Juries are going to fall asleep. It's going to wash itself out. They're not going to pay attention to any of that. You don't need a medical degree to know what happened here. This case has video, lots of it. There's lots of pictures. So the jurors are going to focus on that and not what the medical experts have to say in this case.
All right, here's what Debbie is saying tonight. The medical examiner's report, because the real killer is the person he got the drugs from. So the wrong person is being charged. Candace Kelly, which do you think is going to be more important for this jury, the video or the medical examiner cause of death?
Well, I want to respond to what somebody wrote online. When we talk about fentanyl, fentanyl is something that actually is it's like heroin. It slows you down. Separate and apart from that, you have this whole idea that somebody with your knee on your neck is going to stop you from breathing. As you said, the medical report said that his heart stopped beating. If you hold your breath, what happens? Your heart stops beating, and that's what happened. His knee on the neck was the equivalent of somebody's ventilator being taken away, right? And we know that a ventilator allows you to breathe. He put the knee on the neck. He was unable to breathe anymore. So I think that the video is going to be more solid here, because we see that before the knee was on the neck, he was breathing, and after, he was not. Let's call a thing a thing.
Richard tonight. I believe the video will be most important as it displays what each officer did in relation of their culpability. Renee, I want to change the question to you a little bit. Is it different for each officer in this case, do you think?
I don't think it's different. They were all there, Vinny. And, you know, Chauvin is the one who had the knee on the neck. The other officers stood by and they allowed it to happen. They are equally responsible in this case. And that's why they're all being charged equally, or the other officers with acting in concert. They are in this together. They should have stopped him and they didn't. And I think that the video is going to be extremely important here because it brings the jurors back to that place. It puts them there and they can see it and they can feel it. And that's what they are going to be talking about when they go into the jury room to deliberate on this case, the video, not what the experts have to say.
And Carol writes, the medical examiner's cause of death, I personally feel he was dead before the ambulance got there. All right, that's all the time we have this evening. Neama Rahmani, Candace Kelly, and Renee Hill, always great to have all three of you on the program. Really enjoyed it. Have a great night, and please come back soon.
Thanks,
Thank you. Have a great night.
Yes, good night.
All right, folks, I'm Vinny Politan. I'll be back here Monday night, 8 to 11, taking you inside the world of crime and justice. Nobody else in the business is doing what we're doing. Have a great night, and don't forget to hug the kids.